So I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and I realized that he was doing something that a lot of other people I know also do. And I thought about it. And basically, what they do is whenever you bring them a new idea, they tend to want to shut it down and reject it more than try to understand it. And I really sat with that for a second and contemplated why exactly they would be doing this. And what I came up with is they actually just don't know what it is, and rather than try to learn it or admit their lack of knowledge on the subject, they'd rather just try and find a little nook just to shut the whole thing off so that they don't even have to hear about it. They can just go back to doing what they were doing. Now, this is human nature, of course. We don't like feeling like we don't know things, but in reality, the only way to learn is through not knowing, right? We weren't born knowing everything, and learning a new thing every day is more than enough to sustain yourself and help your brain develop and grow. So I was thinking, instead of saying that whatever it was bad, in this case it was NFTs, right? A pretty widely controversial subject at the moment. But the thing is that when new things are brought to the large scale, especially technology, the most common viewpoint is usually a negative one. The same happened for the internet back in, I think it was 96. Everyone was very skeptical, and those who weren't skeptical ended up being today's millionaires and billionaires. So the truth of the matter is that instead of trying to shut out any sort of new thinking, they should just ask the people who are more informed than they are, in this case it was me, to clue them in and educate them on the matter. Because I'll give you an example, right? So my friend, this kid, he ended up shutting down the idea pretty much entirely, saying, oh, it's no good. But what if he actually disabled himself from potentially making a good amount of money by trying this new thing out that not a lot of people are doing right now, and being entrepreneurial instead of continuing to slave away at a broken system? It would have actually done him good. He might have made a couple of dollars and then kept on accumulating money. And I feel like a lot of times today, these kids my age, they end up in this sort of situation where they're very privy to what those around them think. And I'm going to make a whole separate video about that one. But I think that part of the problem there is that their knowledge is gapped. They don't have enough knowledge about the world, which again, of course, is to be expected. And I also don't have that much knowledge of the world compared to maybe an 8-year-old. But with older people, it makes more sense why they wouldn't want to accept new information that might devalue or invalidate some of the things they learn. But for kids, I don't really understand why they would push away new info. Now, of course, this is not every single kid. Some people don't do this, but I'd say it's about a 10-to-1 ratio of those who do and those who don't. And yeah, going back to my previous point, if Steve Jobs was always skeptical of the internet, we would never have the iPhone today. So you have to be careful what you shut down. That's the moral of the story. And now more than ever is a great time to expand your knowledge. If you're not busy, why wouldn't you be trying to learn something instead of just sulking and possibly being sad and depressed about your situation. Of course, life is unfair. No one has it equally, but there's definitely ways to propel yourself forward, because at the end of the day, everyone will have to figure out what makes them tick and will have to provide for themselves and potentially their family. So the sooner they get going towards that goal, the better off they'll be and the more happy they'll be too. Because when you're doing what you love, it only makes sense that you'll be in a better state of mind. You'll feel the dopamine rush, the natural happiness that comes with achieving your goals instead of short-term validation. There's going to be more videos on that as well. But yeah, of course I'm not forcing anyone to do anything, but if you have a free second, read a book, discover something new, look up something that you've always been interested in. Social media is a great tool if used correctly and not just used to look at Instagram models all day long. There's so much to be learned, especially from YouTube. Reddit has some great resources. Everything can pretty much be used as a resource if the time is put in the right place. So yeah, that was pretty much my rant for today. More videos coming soon, and yeah guys, thanks for watching.